Welcome to Cup Africa number 2. So, in case you guys were wondering, I don't remember if I made it clear in the prep show that the Earth has been playing jokes on me all day, and I would have filmed this stuff earlier, but excuse me. But again, the sky kept going from gray to blue, from gray to blue to gray to blue, and I didn't want to do damage to this laptop because I film on my laptop because it's easier to just straight upload it with the drag and drop method than it is to try to get a camera and tape it and edit it because I can't edit with this machine because I am not good with tech. But anyway, I thought it was going to rain and I was going to continue to film in the rain and hopefully show you guys some decent stuff. Luckily, it didn't rain. I count my blessings when I get them, and I was pretty blessed today for it not to rain. And so that being said, I went on and filmed and got it over with. So, also, I don't really know if I addressed it things correctly or whatever, but yeah, when you're making videos, you kind of gotta cater to everybody that's following you, and I try to do that as best I can, and I'm not really good at it. I'm sorry. I do try, but I'm not really good at it, and I'm really bad at keeping up with how many people are following and how are not, which is why when I do find out the numbers, I try to make a thank you video. Again, I'm not really good at it, but I'm doing the best I can. There's been a lot going on in life. Recently, one of my cousins was found passed out somewhere and unresponsive. So now that's one more thing to add to it. I am currently working on my book, Sundown. I haven't typed in like 2 days. I think I typed Tuesday. And then I have fallen asleep a lot. I've been tired. I have literally fallen asleep every day last week at about the same time, which was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And shout out to my friend Transformers Talk because he said some shit that's very important that I just kind of forgot, but it was very important, and it is the whole 1000% true. Sometimes you take a nap, and sometimes the nap takes you. So again, shout out to Transformers Talk on TikTok. Um, Shout out to everybody from TikTok who follows me, by the way, and I thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody from Instagram who follows me, by the way, and I thank you for being here. Um, this little channel means the world to me, which is why I tell you guys I don't ask for money. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do merch, and it's also why I said you can hold my feet to the fire. That when I make it, if I get big enough where I'm an attraction of the GalaxyCon or some shit like that, and you come up to me, nobody's paying more than $5 for a picture. I know they're like, well, how are you gonna make your money? I'm not doing this for the money because I'm hoping with the career that I want to have versus the non-existent career that I have right now, that it evens itself out, and that every movie I make is where you'll spend your money, or if I sell merchandise from that movie, it'll be where you spend your money versus giving me money directly. You'll be paying for something that you actually get something in return versus like, hey, here's $60. Let me take a picture with you. And I did tell you guys that story of the actor, and I only had $60, and I still had another day there, and I didn't have money to eat if I would have gave him $60 to take a picture with. I'm not gonna disrespect that guy and give y'all his name. Let's just say he might not have been using his money wisely as an actor, and that could be why he needs $60 for you to get his thing. I'm not a greedy person, all right? I just need enough money to live comfortable. I don't need to be super rich, just well off. I want my own home, maybe two of them. One on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, wherever I will be working at. 3 homes max. And they're not going to be big homes. They're not going to be extravagant mansions. And if I have an extravagant mansion, it means I bought a used hotel that was broke down, paid to restore it. And then after it's restored, half of it could be my house. The other half can be a tourist attraction. Because I would, like, let's say, if I had money. Well, there goes that light. If I had money, and this is a hypothetical. If I had money, I would buy a used high school in either California, Florida, or Hawaii. If I had it in Hawaii, which would work better for me because I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. And if I get a chance to retire, that would be the place that I would want to retire to, even though I'm not a native Hawaiian ethnicity. But that's been my fantasy to retire in Hawaii. So if I could buy an old school in Hawaii in great shape, remodel it, and I can have my toy museum and I can have a hotel and I can have my home all in the same group, same area, then that's what I would do. So basically, I would pull a Rip Van Winkle and build my house on top of the high school and have a special compartment so that I can go into the hotel, so I can help people who need places to live, and so or place to stay, and so I can also have my toy museum so that I can give tours and talk about the toys. Because I know I'm probably not going to be able to act forever, but I would love to be able to act forever. So if anybody wants to put me on a soap opera, I'm ready to go. You're going to have to teach me to learn my P's and Q's so when I don't know when to talk versus how I do it in my own shit where it's like, all right, this is how it's going to happen. You're going to say a line, and this is what you do. In the time of that, after that, like, you take a deep breath. You don't have to do it every scene, but if you're going to be dramatic and you're like, and then you do your thing, then we can do that. Because a lot of things with acting, you're feeding off of the other guy. If that guy's feeding you good stuff, or if that woman's feeding you good stuff, you have to be equally good, and you have to remember your lines. But I'm an improv specialist. I don't remember lines very well because I don't remember names very well. But I can tell a story, So we can do that. And again, if these books that I'm writing, if they sell, if American Code of Wheat sells, and Sundown sells, and Love 13 sells, then I don't have to work anymore. If they sell. And hopefully Page Publishing will reach out to me about American Code of Wheat because they're doing the revamping or whatever the hell it was they said, and then they're gonna let me know. So they're gonna try to get it to like Amazon and other stuff like that, and I'm trusting the process. I'm not gonna get on their nerve. I'm not gonna be that impatient guy. Hey. I'm not gonna do that. Now, if it was an acting role, I would be at the producer's beck and call. I would call them so much they would have to change their number, especially if they gave me their numbers. Like, hey, Echo, we like you. We like what you're doing. This is our number. We're gonna set you up. This is the day. Okay. Okay. What am I gonna need? Do I need to go to a gym? Do I need to train? I'm gonna be on their ass, and they're gonna hate me. They're like, damn, we shouldn't have gave this guy this role. But contract's a contract. And now, that being said, again, as I said in the video, before the video, just push my shit to Marvel, Hasbro, anything involving martial arts, because that's the thing I want to do. There's only 3 types of movies that I really want to make. 4th, you count kid TV shows. Well, I'm the wise old man now because I can't be a child star. But kung fu, science fiction, scary. Those are the 3 things I want. And something like Power Ranger-esque. Like if somebody in Japan is like, hey, we need an American actor to play this hero because that's what we need. I'm down. Which would be even more fun if they say we need an American actor who's part Native American. We need you to play a Native American. I'll take the role. And I will go whether I get the blessings of natives or not. Because you know what? I have tried to get someone who's a native to help me get a blessing for a friend of mine who does martial art battle cards on TikTok. And I never got a blessing from any natives. And I was like, yo, man, I would love to do it because he wanted a native. But I said, I would advise you to actually ask a full-blooded native because they're not going to let me do it because I'm not a pure-blooded native, and they'll probably give you some shit on that. And that's the other thing that I will try to make a video about later is that, it's kind of fucked up being mixed because you don't get the opportunities that you should get, especially if you're a small guy like me versus being a gigantic guy like The Rock. That being said, this is no disrespect to The Rock or anything like that, but hey, tell The Rock him and I should make a movie together. Thank you for watching. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I can be the little rock, and he can be the big rock. Anyway, that being said, that was a joke. Be seeing you guys. Much love. Thank you very much.